Here's the big question.
How are agents like us,
who didn't get an opportunity to invest in a franchise early,
who are spending time and money to sell homes,
building someone else's saleable asset?
How do we grow a business but still build wealth?
Have an exit strategy
and get a piece of the pie that's not dependent
on us working more hours and every weekend?
That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer.
My name is Jay Kinder.
My name is Al Stasek.
And I'm Michael Reese. We are your hosts, and welcome to the One Big Fire podcast.
Oh, here we go, man. I'm excited about this conversation. You guys are in for a treat. I'm here with Cathy and Danielle, the Dutch girl Miller. How are you doing today? And you guys got me so excited. I was like, hey man, we got to go live here and capture some of this energy and put it out there because you guys are awesome. And so let's talk through this, guys. You got me all excited, man. I don't even know where to start. Let's start with how did we get here? How about that? You want to start there?
Sure.
Cathy, you want to get that one off?
Yeah. I called Daniela, told her I was joining this company, told her she needed to get back in real estate because she had to get out for a little while. And a few weeks later, after she moved from Cape Cod to Indiana, I called her again and I said, "Are you done moving?" And she said, "Yeah, but I'm going to Remax." And I said, "That would be stupid." I did. I told her. I was like, she was like, "Well, why?" And I was like, "Did you watch the videos I sent you?" And I could see on the backside through Expert Mentor that she had watched snippets of them, but she just literally clicked on them and clicked out of them.
Right.
So I was like, because you want to make more money and you want to retire someday. So, and then go ahead, Danielle.
Cathy, we pretty much have the same journey in real estate and same way in our market, selling a lot of homes in our first year. We both were close to 40 in our first year of real estate and had our own company for me, it's 18 years, but Cathy for a long time too. So we had a lot to compare with and we have helped each other over the years to get with that and went into coaching. That's how we met together. And we've learned a lot there. I think that's where the foundation of an organization started, of really knowing what we were doing, why we were doing it, and having a business plan. Because before that, we were just selling houses.
Right.
And from there on, now we were just, talking to you, Jay, about that, how you took it to the next level by saying, hey, it's technology. We can't stand still. Instead of having these big companies like Zillow eat us, we need to make sure we're ahead of the game and that we are staying valuable the way we are. So let's come up with something that is going to work in this new stone age and is totally technology based. And that's what you were about when you started your coaching program. And that's where eXp is all about. So when Cathy brought this to me, it was a no-brainer. It's like, this is where our future is. This is what we need to do. And also, I think because if we were talking about age-wise, we're at the point now that we really want to say, hey, we need to make sure that we build up a future, a retirement, and a residual income that is constant for us as we are growing again, and to build it out to a bigger extent than we ever did because we see the possibilities with a support group behind us that is totally amazing. So, how can we go wrong in that,
And NAEA all the way, right?
Yep, that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
And, we were talking, too, the amount of money over the years that we spend on coaching and look at what eXp is now offering with NAEA assets that it has to offer. Plus, not even talking about, the stock, the earning your cap back. Cathy, we were talking. I said, my office coordinator used to cost me more than my cap over here. A lot of amazing people we have.
Right.
And how quickly, because we were talking about the response time, how fast everybody responds. Everybody's, is just excited about what we're doing. And because of that, they're so responsive, because if you're not excited about something, your response time is going to be a little bit different. Yeah.
You dropped a lot of nuggets already. So we're going to have to go back and nugget, like lots of, in all honesty, you guys have a ton of experience is what this boils down to is you have a ton of experience. And when you looked at the model, you knew it was absolutely a no-brainer. It makes absolute sense financially. and it is the future. And I mean, you nailed it. I mean, it's really that simple. I wish everybody would just have the same common sense, right? Like if you did, they'd all be here already. But so that's amazing. And so I want to hit on go back to building something, an asset, something of value. And you said residual, and obviously the stock and the revenue share opportunity. Yeah. We didn't have those opportunities in the past, right? And so you guys have built big, successful businesses. You both own independent brokerages. This opportunity didn't exist before for us as in owning our own brokerages. The opportunity wasn't what it is. And so that's what's, that's one of the things that's extremely different about this business. And either you're ambitious and you have goals and you've put the work in like you guys have, or I don't know what other agents are doing, like that aren't coming over here, like if it's ego or what it is that's keeping them from. Most of them, I think, it's just education, and they just don't know. They assume it's just like every other brokerage. I think that's probably the number one thing. Every day I talk to people that just get in the know eventually and figure out, okay, this is not the same as what every other brokerage is. It's completely different. So there's that, and then the alignment. Having being financially aligned with people that can actually add some value and help you with building something. And so those are huge gets for people that are watching this and see you guys and your enthusiasm and excitement and the fact that you guys are in business together, but you didn't have to like join two brokerages financially to do that. Like that's it's a pretty exciting thing to be able to work together, right? Like that, you guys were already doing that, but there wasn't that alignment to be together, and now there is, and it's just cool. It's awesome. I'm excited for both of you.
It opens a lot more for the two of us. Like, in the old days, we shared everything anyways, because just the other day I forwarded something to her and I go, oh, you don't have it? Here you go. And she does it the other way to me. Right. And I think the big part is too, that I just mentioned to Cathy, is the alignment, like you said, like the stuff that we're doing where we're talking about we're selling your house for free or we're buying it or whatever it is. The amount of times here in Indiana, especially, that I ended up getting the letters from the board or the letters from the committee that people had complained because what I'm doing was not allowed because, oh my gosh, she's doing something crazy, right? And it's like, come on, people. And now you still see it because I'm the first one here in the whole area. So here we go again. But now I don't have to fight those battles anymore and be distracted with that because you guys will take care of that. And I can just keep focusing on building the business with, at the same time, I can keep my own identity, which, Dutch Girl Real Estate. I don't have to give that up, but I can say, okay, but I have the extra power from eXp behind me to make this extra good and then add all these extra nuggets that I couldn't offer to people before.
Right.
So either way, for anybody, I think it's a win-win for the people that I'm going to be working with here too, because we're going that extra mile. And we did in our old way, but now with technology behind us and the amount of people that we can ask and the knowledge, I mean, like how Cathy said, how accessible you are, how accessible Al is.
And you can see it.
The boot camp,
Up
the boot camp. And I go, okay, we can do this. I got to set this
right
up.
Away.
I'll be ready for this, So, we're doing that.
Let's go.
We got to go and move on and build it as soon as possible. But one thing that I talked to Cathy about is there's one thing I learned, watch out for the shiny objects. So we need to build those strong pillars again, Cathy. Once we do a strong foundation and pillars, then we can go all out. So I said, give me a couple months till those pillars are. And then, all these other things will come into play, but we need to do it right and make the foundation. And I know that's what you did, Jay. So I'm sure you totally agree with me on that.
Absolutely, I do, 100%. And so I'm going to give a little shout out here to Mario. So referencing boot camp, I think it's a 10 boot camp. Is that what it is? Is it a 10 NAEA boot camp or something like that? I saw the URL up there the other day, and I can't remember which one it is. I'm going to.
I could show you the URL.
There we go.
There you go. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
NAEAbootcamp.com.
Yep. So that's I'm looking forward to it. It's my favorite event. And I can't wait till we can get out of the virtual events and get back to doing it the way we've done it in the past, get together. So it's still going to be great. It's going to be phenomenal, and I'm looking forward to it. So So what as you unpack this, obviously, you guys knew each other, and you worked together before, and so you were an easy sell. Well, that and you pick up on things very quickly. I can tell. And so what else was there in as you really started to unpack it? What else was there that caught your attention in this model that really got you excited? Was there if there was anything else?
The main thing was that what I just mentioned, we're ahead of it now again. Instead of sitting there as victims saying, "Oh, the realtors are going out of business," eXp took charge and says, "I don't think so. We're going to stay on top of this, and this is our business, and nobody's taking it away from us."
That's right.
So how can we do that? By applying all that technology that these companies have, and still be our person, the personalities that we are on the ground, that we need to be, for people to feel appreciated. But we make it possible for them to do long distance selling. And then the crazy thing is, years ago, I sold my own house to somebody that never even saw it. And it was somebody from California, and it was my house here in Indiana. And I was like, "Oh my God, I just sold my house in 5 minutes. How did that happen?" And I said something to her, "Well, I'm going to take it if you offer full price, right?" Because she said it was a full price offer. She goes, "Yeah, but I told you I was going to buy it." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It was the easiest sale I ever did.
Right.
So why make it harder? We were talking about why work harder if you can work smarter.
Yeah.
And that's what I see in here too. I mean, how easy it is. We can load it up. We don't have to chase our clients anymore for signatures. I mean, we can just send it at their convenience. The follow-up can be so much faster to actually have that there. The networking, I think, is another good one.
Yep.
For me too, since I have a lot of contacts in Holland too, and in Europe, also licensed in Massachusetts. So it opens up a lot of other doors that at this point I might not necessarily go to yet, but as I'm growing, I will.
Right.
I think the possibilities are pretty much endless. As we have in so many amazing brains there that we put together to continue to build, to stay on top of it, and to be on top of those latest updates. And that's where the future lies, guys. We all have to give into that. I mean, let's be honest, when Cathy and me got started, and it was in 99, email was a commodity. Like, oh my God, email?
Fax machines.
Look at everything's already 3 weeks old. We don't know what's new on the market.
That's right. That's right.
And now our buyers want to have it now. We put it in. They want to see now what hits. And to meet that need, I think eXp is way ahead of all the other ones. We looked at Remix, yes, and I've been there at the beginning of my career before I started my own company, but I did not see the benefits anymore for what they were charging me.
Right.
It didn't make sense to me anymore because I was way past that point to actually say I'm better off starting my own company. Which when I was at a traditional brokerage, it made sense for me to go to Remix because I was making that bracket where it made sense.
Yep.
Now you're physically saying, okay, Dave Liniger did a great thing on doing his thing. Then Gary Keller said, okay, I'll step it up. I'll use yours, but I'll put some of this other stuff in there. And now we're going this way.
Yeah.
But this is all great and fine, but we need to do more.
Right.
And you guys are all having a great idea here, but this is not really working in the new age.
Right.
The new age is where eXp is at and nobody else is. And Jay, that's where you work. You guys were working towards that already with NEA.
Yep. Yeah. But we were smart. Luckily, unfortunately, we were smart enough to see that this platform was a better way to execute on the same vision. Like that, I think that's what a lot of people miss in looking at this. They think they've got to give something up. And it's not the case at all. Like it's so much added value to your own personal brand. And I think some people kind of miss they if you don't really truly look at it, and I hate that this is true, but I know it is. If you haven't really truly invested at least 30 minutes to an hour into looking at the business model with an open mind, you don't know what it is. You don't even know what we're talking about. And we can talk about it a lot, and you can kind of pull some things from what we're talking about, but like you truly need to invest in doing the research and understanding, the true value of what this business model offers. I mean, most of us that join eXp are not paying them anything, that we're getting paid to be at eXp. So we're making more than 100% commission. Most people don't even understand how that's possible. And so it's an incredible opportunity. I think the thing that's most inspiring is that this business model and this company is attracting people like you guys, and that we get to all be in business together, and we're all opportunity minded, abundant mindset, looking to help each other and help this company grow and help our own businesses grow and help each other's businesses grow. And that is something that I didn't experience in the old model, because the bricks and mortar limited me to only being in an office with my competition for the most part, for lack of a better way to look at it.
Right. Anything that you did outside of it, that was my biggest thing. When I decided, okay, I do want to do it with a company because I want to focus on all these other things.
Right.
It was just like, okay, but who's going to be okay with me offering free home inspections or paying money back or selling your house or I'll buy it or anything like that? Right. You're all going to say again, you're crazy and your liability is through the roof. Okay. So because you're doing something different than what they've been used to doing all years and where their comfort zone is at. And we're entrepreneurs. We're not for the comfort zone. The three of us, the way we say
No.
It's not really cutting it, people.
Right.
So I think that was the big thing. And that was huge for me, that eXp is giving you and letting you keep your own identity, letting you run your own business within their model and with their support. And that's really all there is to it.
Right. You nailed it.
I have a couple things.
Of course, our real extra bonus.
Yeah.
And same thing, health insurance.
Right. The health insurance.
Every real estate agent complained because there was not a decent plan out there, and we're all paying out of the butt for private health insurance.
Right.
Yep.
And what does eXp say? Well, okay, that's been a big issue. So let's tackle the issue and make it available, because it's got to be doable somehow. Mm-hmm. And again, enough brains out there that yep, we can do this. So that's what I love about it.
That's the best evidence of agent-centric company. Not something that they had to do. No one else has been able to accomplish that. I mean, and now I'm like, well, why hasn't anybody else done this? Like, why are we the only ones that have gone through and made it happen and enabled our agents to save a ton of money? Everybody that I know has gone to that plan to save money. And so it seems like there's just no real true agent-centric companies out there, at least that are profitable, right? And so because there's all this money being saved and the infrastructure of how these older business models grew, they can pour back into the company and really truly be agent-centric, where these other companies and these franchise models are not able to do that as well. And so it's refreshing to be a part of something where they truly do what they say. They are agent-centric. They're trying to solve problems for us and make it the best company for us as agents. And I know there's Mario here's asked a question. And I don't know if you're looking for the video. If you're looking for the video as it relates to like what I would tell you to watch, you can just go to jkinder.com and watch I don't even know what it's called. It's like Why Partner With Us, essentially. But that one, and then reach out to these girls. Reach out to them and have a conversation. That's what I would recommend. So
there's a couple more agent-centric things I wanted to bring up. Okay. Since I've closed business now with eXp, it was $149 to get started. And that gave me KV Core, a robust, website and platform to even lead generate on, and $85 a month. Well, guess what? My first closing, I got $200 a share back just for closing a deal. I was like, "Are you kidding me? They've already given me money back." And another thing is too, I didn't have to go stand at a door of an assistant or the person taking care of payroll at my Keller Williams office to get paid. I got the closing company called me and said, "Come pick up your check." I got paid the same day my clients got their money,
Right.
So that's a big thing. Most companies don't do that. Even Keller Williams, where I'm at anyway, has gone to a system where there's like 2 or 3 step process before you can get your check, and your check is several days past your closing date. It's like, I was like, "Are you serious? My check's ready?" They're like, "Yep, come pick it up, Cathy." And so then I got to chat with the people there and be all relaxed and super happy that I got paid. That is agent-centric right there, right? We work hard so we can get paid.
That's right. We don't want to wait.
That's
and there's
right.
no reason. There's no reason for us to wait.
There's no reason to wait.
And I'm glad you brought that up. That's actually one thing I've probably never talked about. But I have had a couple of conversations with people offline about it, like we're having or online now. But that is a big deal. A lot of companies have this long, arduous process to get your check.
They all do. They all do.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be that way. It is not at eXp. You get paid. When you right then and there. That's the benefit of being a technology forward-facing company. Love it.
I think the whole thing is, and then Cathy can vouch for that too, being with other companies, and you too, Jay, when you got started, right?
Yep.
We just didn't see the value of the company anymore. And that's why we left and went out on our own, right? That's why we all started our own real estate companies.
Yep.
But why then we turn around and went to eXp? I think that's the biggest testimonial right there.
Mm-hmm.
The three of them right here. Okay, we never, over the years, we did not see the value anymore with the real estate companies we were with.
Yep.
So we all started our own brokerage, and look what we did. Now we're the eXp. I look at Willie Miranda, right? Same thing right there. It's just, you can have these big companies and be in there with the knowledge we have right now. We're saying this is the best choice. Then it's in my book, it's a no-brainer. So why, for anybody looking at this, check it out. You are doing yourself a big favor by checking it out.
Yep.
Because that's all you need to do. Just look at it. Don't take up from yourself. Just look at it.
Right.
And then think about it. But it just makes sense.
Yep. That's it. I mean, that's it. I think the biggest threat, or the people that aren't looking at it and haven't taken the time, are either comfortable where they're at, or they're just happy where they're at, and they can't imagine, because they can't. You can't imagine. Trust me, you cannot imagine what this is. You're not going to imagine what it is until you look into it. It's not something that I ever imagined, and for that reason,
it's not for everybody.
Right.
And it's not for everybody. There are people that are just totally comfortable selling a couple of houses here and there, and and that's okay too.
Yep. I had the first conversation I've had since I've been at this company and I've had a lot of conversations, but the first one I've ever had with somebody that I couldn't help, and it was kind of surprising, but not right. Like, he didn't have any goals, and he didn't even know how many homes he had sold, and he didn't even know how much money he'd made or how much money he was going to make. I cannot help that person. No. I mean, but if you are ambitious and you want to do more than what you've done in the past, we can help. We can add a lot of value there. And so it'd be cool to be in a business model where you get that help for free. And that's what eXp is. I mean, that's what it is helped us create, the ability to do that for people. So yeah, the Clay report, my favorite document. Yep. It's where it all starts. You got to be, if you're gonna anywhere you want to go in life, you got to start with where you're at and where you're trying to get to. Like it doesn't seem like it's that complicated. But yeah, you guys are awesome. Anything that we haven't talked about that you guys want to share here today?
Oh, we were talking about a virtual world.
Yeah,
we were laughing about that. We're trying to figure it out. I said, it's like Mario on steroids, but maybe a couple of the instructions would really help, but we're figuring it out as we go.
Right.
But it's really cool. I mean, making it fun is why we were saying that, because you're kind of laughing like, oh my God, I can't figure out how to sit in a chair, right?
Right.
But at the same time, there's so much stuff right there at your fingertips.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And it's the fun part of it too. Let's keep it fun. Let's work hard, but also play hard. And it's incorporated in the company. So for anybody,
we get top business owners and producers like Jay that we could talk to, just get on his calendar. And there's so many in the Icon program. I've been watching a lot of the Icon series, because there's always over 60 trainings of different varieties for different levels through eXp every week. Well, I've been tapping into some of the Icon, and some of these people I would have never got to listen to, what's working for them to close 300 or 400 or 500 homes a year, and then other people going, I just got to get my mindset straight and take care of my family and my kids, and this is how I do it, and I close 20 transactions a year. So there's like such a variety of expertise throughout this organization. And being part of the Honey Badgers, man, I lose sleep at night over this, Jay. You have no idea.
I'm glad you're having fun.
Yeah, I am. I'm having fun in real estate again.
Yeah.
Me too. That's the other thing. I think, just having fun doing it again will reflect on the people you're working with. They see it, they see you love it. And that's always, the attraction based, and to really see that you're happy who you're with and that you're proud of saying, hey, I am with eXp.
Right.
Yeah, love.
That's awesome. Okay, guys, I appreciate you guys. It's
Thanks,
awesome.
Jay.
This was awesome. Hopefully everybody got value out of it. If you're watching this and you haven't looked into it, reach out to these ladies and just have a conversation. That's the best thing you can do. Start there. We look forward to partnering with you hopefully in the future. So thanks, you guys, again. I appreciate it. Yep. You guys have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.